Very, very unexpected. Jurgen Klopp has announced that at the end of the year, he will be departing from Liverpool. Man, he had just said, a couple months back that he had the energy to go 10 more years. And then today he said, I'm running out of energy. That's the truth. He had also said that Sir Alex Ferguson also was about to step down, and then he had regrets and came back for more time, and he said that is not possible, that he is done, he's run out of energy, he loves the club, but he cannot do the job again and again and again, because it is true. It takes a lot of energy considering all the tournaments you have to play and how the game might change as well with potential Super League, potential Club World Cup, new formats. And Jurgen Klopp's been at it for 9 years, and he now wants to leave, have a big break. He wants at least a year of a break. And this is a huge loss for the Premier League, but I'm here to, show how he has been the best manager in the last, 10 years in the Premier League in my eyes. Now, the one that everyone's going to compare him to, it's going to be Guardiola. And keep in mind, this is not completely dated, but April 2023, all right? Now, my point here is Jurgen Klopp, let's see the financials here. Most expensive player, Virgil van Dijk. You got Darwin Nunez, very recent purchase. Alisson's been there for a while. Kieta, he's already gone there and been sold. Fabinho sold as well. You can see here all the sales. But he has spent in the last 9 years of his, or 8 years, because it's kind of maybe 8.5 years, 680 million. And he has sold 433. Total net spend of 244 million. Well, negative because, he has spent more than he has sold. So 244 million. Jurgen Klopp. Very respectable numbers right there for a guy who's been there for 8.5 years that is taking into consideration. Now, you look at Pep Guardiola. Absolutely devastating, shameful, blasphemous numbers. 105 million for your backup winger, all right? This is my problem right here. Jurgen Klopp makes players, right? Buys them for 20, 30 million and makes them into 100 million pound players, all right? You look at Mohamed Salah, buys them from Italy over there in Roma, and now he can be sold, to Saudi Arabia. He's been getting offers that are over 100 million. Meanwhile, Pep Guardiola goes to Aston Villa, spends 105 million for Jack Grealish and turns him into a 30 million pound backup winger for his academy player, or for a player that cost half of what that was, what he spent for Jack Grealish. So that's always the difference for me, all right? And you might be saying, oh, but Pep Guardiola's been winning all these titles. Well, yeah, it took £1 billion spent. You might be saying, oh, half a million he sold. That's not too bad. Lad, let me tell you something about Pep. When you buy an amount of over $1 billion, right? $1,100,000,000 worth of players, you're not gonna keep them all the time. So eventually you're gonna sell them, and he's not like he's selling most of these players for a profit. Yeah, you can nitpick it with Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko going to Arsenal for more than what they were bought for, right? But the reality is, when he sells Jack Grealish, you think he's gonna get more than 105 million? He'd be lucky to get 50 million. Ruben Diaz right here. He's probably going to stay at the club, a couple more years, 2-3 years. When he's getting sold, it's not going to be for 61 million. Riyad Mahrez, lad. Yeah, definitely wasn't no profit from that. Joao Cancelo, he's currently on loan. You're basically paying him to play for Barcelona. Laporte, you sold for what, 20-30 million to Al Nassr, who were overpaying so they can get the lad. So right there, it just shows you that Pep Guardiola, the reason of all of his success is the investment he's gotten from Man City's owners. You've been given over $1 billion. Nobody has spent, unless you really want to take in consideration Chelsea and United, but nobody serious has spent over $1 billion like you. Jurgen Klopp has spent half of what you have done, and he has done a lot. He has had a lot of success. He's challenged you a bunch. He's lost the league a couple times by a point or two, but the thing is, he has spent half of what you spent. All right, so right here, that's why Pep Guardiola will always have, or Pep Guardiola does not have my respect here, and Jurgen Klopp does. In my opinion, Jurgen Klopp's been the best manager because he works what he's given, and he elevates his players. And Pep Guardiola, he gets whatever player he wants. 100 million backup winger, mate. 100 million backup winger, mate. absolutely disgraceful right there. And you can't honestly have my respect when you can buy whoever you want and turn him into a backup player, because Jack Grealish, as we all know, was a phenomenal player at Aston Villa, and then his whole style gets changed by Pep Guardiola and he becomes a backup winger after he was bought for 100 million. Absolutely disgraceful, and that's why I'll never respect Pep, because at the end of the day, like I said, Jurgen Klopp makes 20-pound players play like they're 100 million, and Pep Guardiola gets 100 million-pound players and he makes them perform as if they're 30 million-pound backups. You bought them to have squad depth. You wasted 100 million on one winger for squad depth, mate. You might as well buy Anthony. Oh wait, United did that. Oh, that was cheeky right there, lads. Oh, apologies to United. That was unnecessary straight. But anyways, Jurgen Klopp, who in my eyes has been the best man. As an Arsenal fan, I'm saying this as well. I want you guys, before you think I'm being biased here. No, I'm an Arsenal fan, and I could say, I could say that Jurgen Klopp is the best manager in the Prem, and he's been that for the past, 8-9 years. And it's gonna be sad. It's a huge blow because the Premier League's gonna lose one of the best managers in the world at a big club like Liverpool. We all know Liverpool before Jurgen Klopp had fallen off drastically, and he's even made the club, likable. Back then, the Suarez era, the Benitez era, it was a very unlikable Liverpool team. Many people hated on Liverpool, and now I feel like a lot more people, since Jurgen Klopp's gone there and had his whole little era, I feel like a lot of more fans that aren't Liverpool fans started to like them a little bit more. I don't know if this is due to Man City's whole 115 breaches and all the spending they've done, and a lot of anti-Barcelona because of Pep Guardiola. But I feel like Liverpool, and they've been rivaling City all these years. I feel like Liverpool's gotten a little bit more appreciation and love from the Premier League, aside from the Liverpool fans, due to this. Obviously, Everton and United fans and some Arsenal fans are always going to hate Liverpool, but I feel like they got more likable now that people started hating on City more and they were rivaling them. And I feel like Jurgen Klopp has gotten a lot of credit. He's going to be missed in the Prem. He said, very respectable here. No other English club will ever have him, even if he has nothing to eat, because he will only manage Liverpool in the Premier League ever. That's, you got to respect that. I feel like his next job after his year break, if it's not the national team for Germany, you could see Tuchel possibly leave Bayern. Bayern might contact him. Will he be another Dortmund lad that ends up going to Bayern? I don't think so. I don't think he will end up doing that. It's a possibility. A possibility, of course. I see the Barca fans and the Madrid fans saying, "Oh, what about over here?" I don't think so as well. You might be saying, "All right, well, then where do you think Klopp's going?" If I was a betting man, I'm gonna say Jurgen Klopp will end up going back to Dortmund one day. I genuinely believe that. I feel like he's gotten a lot of money at Liverpool, and if it's not the national team, I do believe he goes back to Dortmund. Obviously, Bayern would love to have him. I feel like depending how the Ancelotti situation is going, we'll see what happens there. I do see Madrid, if they get rid of Ancelotti, they could look at Klopp. But the thing is, Klopp wants a year break, and I feel like Madrid would be like, all right, end of the season, come over here, rapido, come on. But I don't believe that. Now so I would say Dortmund or the national team of Germany, but the successor, I'm going to have to say, it's going to be Xavi Alonso. I feel he's done a fantastic job at Bayern Leverkusen. He has a great style of football. I feel like he comes in and it's not much of a change, not much of a rebuild with the way he plays. I feel like if you give him maybe 100 million to spend to bring in a couple players that he likes, and obviously he's going to end up getting rid of some players at Liverpool, he could really not move Liverpool where they have to rebuild. It's a new era. They're falling out of the top four. I know they fell out of it last season, but you know what I'm saying? Like a little rebuild era where they fall out of Europe or something, and then the next season he has everything he wants. No, I feel like Xavi Alonso, you give him 100 million with the players there is now, you don't really move anything. But the dream scenario would be Jose Mourinho to Liverpool. Imagine we would get to see Pep Guardiola versus Jose one more time, and he gets that Liverpool squad. I would love to see that, to be honest. I think that's what I would like to see. Because we all know some of the best football we've ever seen ever was that Real Madrid, Barcelona, Jose versus Pep. Now imagine taking that to the Prem with the two best teams, Liverpool and City, Jose and Pep. That would be unbelievable. That's what I would love. But anyways, leave a like and subscribe for more videos, and let me know in the comment down below what you think about my take about Klopp being the best manager the last 8-9 years in the Premier League. But anyways, thank you guys for watching.